Hello everybody. Today we have Matchbox Mix 5. And for those Matchbox collectors who know their cases very well, you will know that Mix 5 is the I don't want to say best case of the year, but the most full case of the year, if that makes any sense. Because it's the only one that didn't get any recolor or re-release, not recolors. I mean, like re-releases, you know. A case didn't and B case didn't, but they had some very subpar releases, and I had to pick and choose. And then Mix 1 and Mix 2. And then Mix 3 is where they started integrating older releases from the previous cases. And Mix 4 as well. But Mix 5 was the first case since Mix 2 that had completely brand new releases. And it was the first case since Mix 2 that had 3 or 4 new models. So this was a very good case. They brought back a lot of popular models from the past couple of years, or specifically last year. They brought back a lot of new castings that were new last year, and you will see all of them in here. They also brought in the Plowmaster 6000. Love that name. That's a very clunky name. But it's no longer a Chevy, and it no longer has a pivotable or detachable plow, unfortunately. So that's but it's got national parks. It's got national parks. Right? That's good. The amount of plastic that is now making up this thing is very sad. And I know, now that it's unlicensed, you can say, like, oh, yeah, it's the unlicensed castings that should become mostly plastic. And, yeah, that's true. But this was licensed, and it still is a pretty nice casting. I think it's lost the interior. We lost the pivotable plow. It is now stationary. Yeah. But it pulls national parks very good. I like it. The thing is, they took the Chevy badge off it, but they still left like the Chevy grill and the Chevy headlights, and it still resembles the Chevy cab, so I don't know what happened to that. And I also don't know why they felt the need to stick a tow hitch on there, because now you're kind of blocking your salt dropper box, or sand dropper box, depending on where you are in the United States, because up here in New York, we use salt, and because they want you to buy new cars. That's why they use salt, so they can keep the dealerships profitable. No, I'm just making stuff up. Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's not true, but I have no clue why they keep using it. They should just ban salt, because everybody complains it ruins the cars, but guess what? They don't, so there's some underlying thing there that keeps them using salt. My theory is they want you to buy new cars. They don't want cars to last long, because then the dealerships don't get profit. Did that go political? Maybe. Yeah, I like this release. Not sure why national parks. That's another thing. Isn't it like in the middle of the desert? Aren't they basing this off of like somewhere in Nevada, like a park in Nevada? So, what do we need snowplow for in Nevada? Do they really get that much snow? I'm sure they get snow. But do they get, like, so much that they need an entire snowplow? Because this looks like something we would need in New York, where we get, like, 12 feet of snow a week. Not 12 feet a year. Or under 12 feet a year. Next, moving on. The Renault Kingu casting that is very nice and very underrated. And this is the first time that they actually put windows on it. And it actually works very well because it doesn't have an interior. So, the actual windows are blacked out, but these windows are painted. Well, you really can't tell because it's all blacked out. So I like that they added the windows on here. It gives it a little variety. It makes it stand out to the other ones that were strictly panel vans, and now you have one with windows. So I like that. I like the black door handles, the shell livery. Very nice. I love the shell livery. It's very clean. No front end details, no taillights. I don't know if they really could do them if they wanted to. They haven't attempted yet, but I'm sure they could do the front. Well, they probably can't do all of the headlight, but they could do most of it. Like the Renault. I think I have all the releases of it. Oh, no, I don't have the global releases of it. But I have enough. It's not a casting that I collect. I just like the casting, and if I find it, I'll get it. But if I can't access it, then it's not a big deal. It's another nice one. The 1971 MGB GT Coupe. Another clunky name to say because it's mostly letters. I think there are 3 releases of this casting. I don't have the green one, but I have the red one. And I think that's it. I think that's all the releases they've done with this one. But I think it pulls off yellow very well. Just got headlights on the front. Got some taillights and some badging in the back. Very clean. Love the disc, or actually the 3 spokes on here, not disc wheels. And it seems like they've been like phasing out these disc wheels, or these 3 spokes. God dang, you don't see them much on cars anymore, or Matchbox castings anymore, because the disc wheels are becoming more prevalent. But I think these work a lot better than the disc wheels on this casting. Love it. Very nice release. Very nice release. Stick that there with the shell van. Next up, we'll just keep with the classics. The Dodge swept side. This is the 3rd release, but there is another one coming in the Walmart exclusive Dodge set. This one is like a direct recolor of the first release because all the details are the same. They just changed the colors. So yeah, no front details, no side or rear details. But in the end, I said this about the first release too. You really need the side details. You really need that two-tone. That's what makes this casting. Not the blue windows. We could do without the blue windows, but yeah, the side details of what make this casting. That you can easily paint the front and the rear if you have to. But I love this. Got your badging. Got your flare side. What's it called? Step side? No, swept side. Oh gosh. And it reminds me of a Chevy Cameo, which I probably said in my initial review of the red first release. Continuing with the classics. This 1953 Buick Skylark convertible in black. I like this a lot better than the blue one. And the blue one was nice. The blue one was really nice, but I think black fits this car. This is like mobster vibes. Even though this is kind of past the mobster stage of... Well, yeah, the mobster... Yeah, because that was Prohibition, really. So this is a little past Prohibition. It's in the 50s. But it still reminds me of, like, some sort of criminal vehicle. You know? Especially since it's convertible. You know, if it was a hardtop, then maybe it would remind me of a cop car. But yeah, it's very, very cool. Of course, the side trim makes this one too. I would not want to paint that myself. I like that they did that, and the headlights too. We could do without the taillights. I don't think Matchbox could even paint those. And we get the chrome bumpers again. So yeah, we got them on the first release, and we got them on the second release as well. Very cool. I don't know if this one has ever gotten the chrome bumpers. Maybe the first release did. I don't know. That definitely did not get chrome bumpers. Love the Skylark. All right, continue with the classics. We got the Ford Capri, and this one is in Power Grab form. The Power Grab versions here The power grabs you will see came from Diecast Kaguru, as well as the Plowmaster and the Toyota MR2 when we get to that. The other carded ones that I did not mention are ones that I was able to find. Oh yeah, I've never like opened a power grab before. This case was very seldom in my area. I found it like twice. I found these two together, and then I found these with a couple others, but that was it. Never saw it again. I've never opened the power grabs before. Or not any of the new ones, at least. The thing that worries me about the power grabs, though, I know a lot of collectors can probably say the same thing, is that you can't check to make sure the decals are right. And typically we don't have a problem with that with Matchbox. It's the other brand that we have to worry about with misaligned details. But it still worries me. And also, why are these axles so big? I think that's... it doesn't look too bad from the side, but... This is the 4th release of the Capri? I'm having trouble keeping track of this casting. I think I only have the green one. I gave the silver one to XLT Off-Road Bear. But I think the green one is the only one I actually have now. And now I have the blue one. I like the blue one, though. I like this. Very clean. There's your side vents. Yeah, see, this one's a little wonky. See, this side's okay. What happened over here? I like the, just the hubcap painted. I like that. The front end looks very good. Very nice color. Very nice release. You know, it fits well with the... Camera shut off. I was going to say, it fits well with the MG there. They're kind of like similar silhouettes a little bit. Okay. We're going to, like, shift the tables a lot here with the Tesla Roadster. I know, that's a big shift from Ford Capri to Tesla Roadster. Not the only Tesla in this case. And not the only... Yeah, the Teslas aren't the only electric cars either. There's a couple electric cars in here. I think this one is, like, worlds better than the first release. The first release was good. I just didn't like the matte finish on the red. But I really like this gunmetal gray better. With the 5 spokes. So much better than that red one. I do have the red one. It's a nice casting. Not a car I particularly like in real life. But it's a nice casting. That's why I will get it. That's why I will try to get the good versions. Not that they haven't done any bad ones yet. But if they do some like weird Tesla livery on it or something. Which Tesla might have some restrictions on that. I know Hot Wheels did some Tesla liveries on the Tesla Model X's. Got some nice headlight details and taillights and zero emissions, which all the Teslas have been having this year, and maybe all the electric cars. I don't know, I'll have to look. But every Tesla that they've done this year and last year has had the zero emissions on the plate. Very nice. Technically the 3rd release of this casting, if you count the white one. But this one might be my favorite, even with the white one. Even though I'm a sucker for like white and black rims, no, I think this one's way better. That white one was like the environmental one, right? Next up, 2016 Ford Interceptor Utility, which actually got a release in Mix 1. So it's interesting that they brought it back, but this isn't the first time they've done that with this casting. Actually, last year they did 2 releases of it as well. Or maybe not last year, but the year before. One of them. They did 2 black ones. I don't know, where is this located? Monroeville? I don't know where that would be located in. It's definitely licensed. It's got to be licensed. It's a very cool livery. I like that. I don't like that that is blue. That is an issue for me, that the headlight is blue. But, otherwise, yeah, it's a pretty nice release. Monroeville. Maybe Pennsylvania? I cannot see. Oh, maybe it is Pennsylvania. Looks like that's what it says under there, but I have no clue. That's not legible. 6 on the... This is Unit 6. You got your American flag. Very cool. I love this casting. Matchbox always nails their police castings. And this one works so well. Next up, keep moving to the Mercedes-Benz W123 Wagon. In black. Which I think I have all the releases of this casting now. And I think this one might be my favorite. And I'm saying that before I even get it out of the package, but it looks so good in black. I don't know, black's not a very fun... Oh, and the brown interior too. Yeah, definitely a favorite. Definitely a favorite. Even though black's not a very fun color, the other colors have been fun. You know, orange, yellow, green, you know, fun colors and very iconic for this car. But I think black just... But it's something about black Mercedes. And I think I'm starting to agree with Mr. Lamley. How he loves his black Mercedes. Yeah, I can see where that comes from. I can see where that comes from. They just look so good in black. There's your headlights, your black trim on the bumper, Mercedes badge right up there. And then over here, you got very nice taillights. You got license plate, which I'm pretty sure is the same as all of them. And you got your TD. Is it 300 TD? Isn't TD diesel? Is this a diesel wagon? I know they made them diesels. I saw a sedan that was a diesel. And it had a roof exit exhaust, which was very, what's the word? Well, scary, in lack of better terms. It was scary looking. Just a nice, it was a pretty nice sedan, but then the exhaust was exiting the roof and it was all black. So that's how I know they had diesel versions of the sedan. So I'm pretty sure TD, that's diesel. This is a diesel wagon. And the sunroof's like 3/4 of the way open. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Love the brown interior. Alright, we have 3 more until we get to the new castings. Told you this case was loaded. 1984 Toyota MR2. Now, I didn't bother getting all the variations of this one because it's so elusive. This one's got headlights down. And, what is it? Left-hand drive? Yeah, that's good enough for me. If I wanted to, I could swap it with one of the other many white ones that I have. I could swap it to get headlight up. But I'm not going to go through all that trouble. I will definitely drill it, though, so I can paint those headlights red, because they definitely do not look good clear. It looks like they have actual headlights when they're not up. But you got your Toyota on the front there. There's your MR2 badge. And then there's MR2 on the back. There's your taillights. Very 80s Toyota taillights. Like, they all shared the same design, you know. Red on top, amber on the bottom. Toyota MR2. Of course, these wheels aren't the best for it, you know, and typically they look good on, like, 80s, 90s cars. But for something else, they don't work on the MR2 for me. We need... I should just throw the Hot Wheels 3 spokes on there. And of course, yes, it is left-hand drive. Very nice. So glad that they brought that casting out last year. And what's that, the 3rd release? Yeah, doing pretty good, doing pretty good. 2020 Honda E. I'm very excited about this one because I heard good things about this blue color. I want to see this blue color. Look how, like, it just looks like it's balled up. Whoa, I love it. Oh, and I forgot. Oh god, I forgot that the wheels are tinted too. It's like tinted chrome. Oh yeah. Even though white is the iconic go-to color, well, either white or like the true noble green. I like it in blue. Even though this isn't like the typical color, I like it. It's different. The taillight. Oh my god, this looks so good. The decal, I mean, even though it's dark, so it like doesn't show the imperfections of like the edges of the decal, so it just looks so clean. Oh, this is a really good release. Favorite Honda E so far, even though there's only been 2 main lines in the Toy Fair version. The Toy Fair version was actually pretty cool. Even with the deco, I liked it in that like Spectra Flame yellow. Here's another one I'm excited for, the Mazda 3. Well, we have the Honda E and the Mazda 3. Oh, gosh. I am very excited about this, like, this gray. Though I have seen this one in person. Yeah, so it's not as dark as the packaging shows it might be. It's actually lighter than the Tesla. So they're not the same. That's good at least. But it does have the tinted rims as well, and I really like that. So there's your front end details. Mazda badge, very, very out there. And there are your taillights. This one looks so good as well. Mazda 3. Love it. Gosh, Matchbox, you're doing good. You're really doing good. You're really stepping it up. Just when you think the bar's been reached, they're like, no. Alright, now let's get to the new models, starting with the Tesla Model Y. I'm making a mess on my floor now. Oh, what a color. So this one, it's not terrible in person. I was very afraid of, and I know I said this with the Mach-E too, these A-pillars being too thick. And, well, actually, this whole arch, I should say, because they really don't divide the pillars. I mean, this pillar is practically invisible. So let's just say the arch. Worried about it being a little thick. And it kind of is. You know, it really stands out when you look at it head on. But it's not too bad. I think the Mach-E's worse. Really. Wait, yeah, this is the Tesla Model Y. It's looking pretty good. Here's your Tesla headlights. I think they're becoming very iconic. And the badge is very iconic as well. There's your taillights, which, you know, look like they're from the Mazda 3. They're just adjusted a bit. Dual motor. I think that's their way of saying it's all-wheel drive. 0 emissions. And there's your plasticky interior, your Chrysler interior. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, that joke. Is it true that Tesla's like borrow things from Chrysler? I heard someone say about I think it's the Model S that it has a Chrysler interior. I don't know. Don't fact check me, or don't don't quote me on that. You have to fact check me, but. They said that they had like Chrysler door cards, and even down to the window switches were from Chrysler, from like the 300. I don't know. Weird car conspiracies. Another, I think this is electric car too. The Renault Megane. Could be wrong, but I think it's electric. Honda E's of course electric, and then Teslas are of course electric. But I think the Megane here is electric as well. And checking the base, well, it's pretty flat, so I can assume that it probably is, you know. See, the Mazda 3 here, we got like a little bit of exhaust. You know, it's not the best detail, but it's there, so. And yeah, this has no exhaust slits, so I'm going to say it's electric. Well, actually, yeah, there's your plug-in port right there. So yeah, electric. The gold on the front end is an interesting touch, though. I like that. Renault. very intricate front end details. Like I would not. This definitely will be one that I will not customize just for the sake of I'm not painting all of that back. This is one that you have to dye, put in some shirt dye or something. Now my question is, how does this rear door work? Is it a suicide door? Do you have to open this one to open that? Like, I'm very confused. There's your taillight. Now this one has a strip across there too. I like that. Although your Renault badge is a little off-centered. Oh, the whole taillight is too. Okay, we'll ignore that. There's Renault. I don't like the look of this window, to be honest. Because it's very much a window. And it's already scuffed and it just came out of the box. So I don't know if that's the best design that you could do. I like that they actually put trim on the window. But yeah, that doesn't look good to me. Renault Megane. I always thought the Meganes were like, they probably did change this. They probably did something like Ford, where they turned a muscle car into a truck. But weren't the Meganes like a small little hatchback? Because to me, this does not look like a small little hatchback. This looks like a crossover SUV. So, I don't know. Could just be the way this is scaled. I'm not too familiar with Renaults. So, I'm not sure. Moving on to a car that I know that I'm a little more familiar with, the Ford Custom 300, aka the predecessor to the Crown Vic. Well, I think they did make a trim level of this called the Crown Vic. And I love this one. And it actually, this is what I was saying about the Skylark here. This is a cop car. Definitely a cop car. I like how it looks like a Bel Air. Like the Ford Custom here is like a direct ripoff of the Chevy Bel Air. You know, even down to the front pillar here. The fin. Yeah. Or maybe the Bel Air ripped off the Ford Custom. Wait, what was the year on this one again? Just saying the base. 57. Oh, yeah, maybe. It definitely has aspects of a 55, though. You know, how the flares aren't that crazy, you know, as opposed to the 57 where they went all out. But it does share some design elements with the 57. I can definitely see that. It doesn't Ford. It shouldn't, but it does. But I love it in the black. This reminds me of the Buick Savoy from last year. Or the Plymouth Savoy from last year, my bad. This release reminds me of it, even though it's not metal flake black, but I just love how they just painted the disc. Really nice look, really nice look. And last, my favorite new model of this case, the 2022 Ford F-150 Lightning. I actually got to see one in person, and they are awesome. For an electric truck. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to do this. Last car of the video. They're pretty cool. What I mean by see one in person means I actually got to walk up and touch it. It was at an auto show. They don't let you sit in it. They let you walk up and touch it, which was weird. And I just dropped the windscreen into my trash bin. Oh, there it is. Like here, you can touch it, but you can't sit in it. Like, what's the point? If you tell someone to touch it, they're gonna walk up and open the door. No, I think it's locked. But yeah, if you watch the auto show video, you will see it in there. But yeah, this is awesome. I love the front end of this thing. It's not as defined as the real one, but it does the job. I like how the LED bar goes across the front there, and the same thing with the back. It goes across the back. Oh, it's such a nice truck. Even though it is electric. It's so cool. Such a cool truck. I like how embossed that is. They really Really embossed that. Ford right there. Boop. So we're going to start seeing these things on the road, I think, next year. If they're not already out. That's an awesome casting. I can't wait to see more releases of this one that aren't silver, because guess what? The next release is the same color. They just put some graphics on it. So, well, they're graphics for Matchbox's 75th anniversary. Okay, that's nice. But could they at least change the color? Because it's literally the same release. They just, oh, let's put some graphics on it and change the wheels. I don't know. What a case. That's a lot of models. For the most of the year, like I said, this is the best case. Well, I don't want to say it's the best case of the year, but as of quantity, it's the best case of the year. And that's all I have for you guys. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next. Well, let me know what one's your favorite. Pick a favorite between the 4 new models and then the recolors. There, what one's your favorite? You can pick 2 favorites, 1 new model, 1 recolor. Okay, yeah, let me know. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care, everybody. Bye.